anything that gets too big gets dangerous. I agree
with that. But that's why I do see an opportunity for those who have a voice to add on to that narrative in a positive light.
Absolutely.
100%.
But to answer the question, are EDM influencers ruining the scene?
But someone was unalived at Burning Man this past
Not
weekend.
confirmed though. This person was unalived and found in a pool of blood. So investigations have been underway.
Yeah.
Look, I don't know. He seemed like a really cool guy. He even gave me his ID. Turns out it was a fake ID.
It's tough, man. Damn,
Well-
that's crazy. They did the most. Great artist. Love his sets. Like, I really, really like him as an artist. Worst crowd.
Because I think I'm peaking. Peaking.
Welcome back to the I'm Peaking podcast. Question of the day today is... Are you guys ready for this one? Are influencers ruining the EDM scene?
Yes.
Oh,
And by
what?
EDM influencers, we do mean us. And others too.
Actually, I am not an influencer. I do not influence anyone. I do not influence.
Yeah, you do.
Okay.
Except that one time she influenced me to take a shot. I remember. You remember that?
Wait, what did I do?
I think
Never mind.
the reality is if you do anything that influences people intentionally or unintentionally, it makes you an influencer. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm all about not taking that name. I don't like it.
I like content creator better.
Yes,
Yeah,
I like
yeah.
the
That's
term
what I
content
mean.
creator because I got into this to be a creative, not to influence people. But unfortunately, incidentally, when you are making content that a lot of people see, it can influence their opinions. It can influence them to want to buy a product, for example.
Yeah.
So when people say, oh, EDM influencers are ruining the scene or influencers are ruining the scene, I can kind of recognize why some people are saying that, because the raving community was originally a lot smaller, but having people like us who is sharing what it looks like, it does bring in a lot more people. Now, again, the intention wasn't to influence all these people to come and be a part of the scene so much. It was just I wanted to share like the
Hobbies.
rave and the EDM community that I love so much. And I'm a comedy creator. I like making silly, fun stuff. And if that, creates this energy of I want to go see that too, then that just kind of happens.
So, but how does that ruin the scene? How does you making content about it ruin the scene?
I can add to that if you or do you want to.
Inevitably, anything that gets too big can get too out of control. Think about it. The number of security, the number of people on staff doesn't change, but the crowd keeps getting bigger and bigger.
we're going to talk all about that.
But if the content that you're producing is positive and it's just sharing your experience and it shows actually like the cultural side of raving, like the pure experience.
Doesn't matter. It really doesn't, because think of anything in any community, any group that gets too big, period, it loses control.
Yeah, but I would disagree, because if you are a creator and you're sharing your authentic experience and it is positive and it's showing side and it is showing the side that marketing, the commercial marketing doesn't, then it does give another view, another perspective to the community.
Make no mistake, I don't think what the content we're creating is ruining the scene. It's the scene getting too big that's ruining the scene. Like no matter what, you put 100,000 people in a pit, it's hard for anyone to control that, and it can get out of control. And we like some of the stuff we're going to talk about today with like some of the festivals that are happening around, it creates chaos. Like you have like 10 people in a room, it's a lot easier to keep structure and control over 100,000 people. And again, same number of people trying to keep chaos from happening. Because think about it, like with just science and physics, energy is always bouncing around. The more people, the more energy, the more possibility for chaos.
Yeah, so now let's say now there's a lot of people who are able to control. So instead of 1 versus 10, well, so
no, that's what I'm saying.
Getting juicy.
Are they? Because unfortunately, and again, you're looking at it a very positive mindset of like, oh, everyone's here in control and everyone's here.
No. I'm not saying everyone is, but I'm saying there's possibility for control, and that's where I feel like content creators can use their platforms to be that form of control. One of many, not just creators, other people in the industry
I'm holding
can
up my red
help.
flag.
If that was true, then it would already be happening.
I think it's still new. I think the scene has expanded. The digital media market is fairly new.
Yeah.
And I think this is the time where we start, where even just people, veterans in the community, where they start as well. Like, I don't think it has happened because there's fights that are happening. There's all these negative things, but like, this is where we turn that around.
I hear where you're coming from, but the unfortunate still truth is, let's just say hypothetically, let's just say all influencers, EDM creators, anyone in the social media space is spreading positive vibes. I promise you, the people we're spreading it to is now bringing other people, and those people are bringing more people. We're not actually bringing in any of those people in by like 3rd degree, 4th degree, 5th degree. We don't know what those people are telling the next person. We can only affect the people that we're in contact with, not the hundreds of thousands of other people that could connected next.
Yeah, no, and I agree, and that's why I think it's important.
Thank you, Brinda.
This is my last thought on it, and this is purely why I'm saying the bigger a crowd gets, the more chaotic it can be. Again, not saying it's ruining a scene or making it better or making it worse. I'm just saying, the larger things get, the harder it is to control, and that's why it can go in that direction, and that's why
it can. Yeah,
and that's why people are saying the whole statement of our EDM influencers ruining the scene.
Yeah, I do think though that kind of overlooks just the positive aspect that they do, that creators do hold, or just anyone that has a voice within the scene, or even just veterans that have a lot of friends that have a giant rave fan, because like, although we can't connect to the people that are the people that we're connecting to connect to, like, we can't connect all the way down, but that's why, like, you know, we could do our best to make sure our message is clear, and that we know that when we're connecting to our people, that the people that they connect to translate that same message.
I to add on all of that. What were you gonna say? Go ahead, do it, Devin. What were you gonna say?
Oh, you've been voted out by the majority. Please. It's a Jubilee surrounded joke, by the way.
Okay, cool. I don't watch Jubilee.
Okay, never mind.
I would like to say that it doesn't matter where our videos go, even if we are trying to, you know, create a positive outlook. Our videos are still reaching the masses, and that would be considered the issue. The issue is not our community; it's the masses outside of that that are just looking in for a good time and totally disregarding whatever our community genuinely has to offer.
Who influences that?
Huh?
Who influences that?
What do you mean, who influences that?
Like, who influenced those perspectives of the masses? Like,
it's not about influence at that point. This is just purely like sociology.
It is.
Yeah.
No, it's over time. Like from the beginning, media has all, like, the headlines. Media has always covered the rave scene as, you know, negative. So it's like over time that perspective has still to this day, you know, stayed, and those are the masses.
I agree, and to that point too, we're not the only ones, like influencers are not the only sole source to reaching these masses. You guys see trailers? There are trailers for these music festivals too, popping up on
movies.
After movies, popping up on TV, YouTube.
Yeah.
Why doesn't anyone blame that?
Yeah, because I actually have an answer to that. It's because we have a face. Like, you watch a trailer for anything, like, let's just say hypothetically you see a trailer for Burger King and you have a terrible time at Burger King. Like, most people are like, all right, whatever. But you see an influencer or a creator or someone with a face say, hey, this is the best fucking burger I've ever had. It's easy to be like, hey, fuck that guy. You gave me the wrong advice because I had a terrible experience. Companies have an easier time of hiding behind their company name versus faces like us. So it's easy to like jump to it's EDM influencers. They're the problem. And the whole point I'm personally trying to make, and I think Daniel agrees to an extent, is massives are the problem, not creators, not influencers, none of that. It's just anything that gets too big gets dangerous. I agree with
that. I agree with that, but that's why I do see an opportunity for those who have a voice to add on to that narrative in a positive light.
Absolutely.
100%.
But to answer the question, purely to answer the question, are EDM influencers ruining the scene? No. It is massive.
I'm gonna also, if I may chime in to give my take on it. I honestly think that it's. I don't know why I'm giving that to you.
What is that?
I honestly, here's the thing, right? There's no control over who are like who sees our content, right? You can put out a video and then someone who is not in the scene could see it and be like, yo, that looks really cool. I want to go to a rave. And they go to a rave, but they don't know anything about the rules, right? It's like anything. If you see a video or you see like something online from a certain community, let's just say like chess, for example, right? You see a super hype like chess match or something. Almost sounds like an oxymoron, but if you see like a super high chess match and you're like, oh wow, chess looks really cool, I'm gonna like start learning chess, or I'm gonna go into the chess community, start playing chess, right? Like you're not gonna go in knowing the rules outright, right? Like you have to kind of take it within, you have to take accountability and responsibility to learn the rules so that you can play by them, right? But with the rave scene, it's a little different because there's not like any outright rules, right? It's not like you have to know rules coming into the scene, right? You could just fucking go to a festival and party and no one's like, no one's gonna be like, yo, you can't do that. You need to like know PLUR, you need to do this. So I think it's actually within the community's responsibility to make sure that they're consistently trying to push PLUR or trying to educate people. And I honestly, this might be a little bit of a hot take, I think that blaming influencers is the easy thing to do. And I think sorry, but I honestly think that it is a little bit like dodging accountability as well. I think that it's really easy to just say like, oh, it's the influencer's fault, right? But like to Daniel's point, sorry, let me just finish my point. To Daniel's point, I also think that there's so many other factors that go into that, like the supermassives doing trailers, like there being movies for like the festivals now. Yeah, and also I just want to bring a positive too. I think that influencers, not to toot our own horn, but like I think that we've honestly like brought a lot of value to helping artists get their music out there and make a bigger name for themselves. I mean, part of the whole artist marketing plan nowadays is to honestly make content. Like, why do you think that is?
Or bring content creators and influencers to help market that music, which so has brought success to a lot of the DJs and the artists that we know now.
Yeah.
Solely because of social media.
Right. So I don't think it's exactly fair to only focus on the negatives when there still are negatives, of course. Like with anything, there's going to be negatives, but like you have positives as well. And I think that, I think most people in the community who like have thought about this issue thoroughly, I think know that's like, okay, well, it's within the community to educate. It is also on the influencers to educate as well. Like, I'm not saying that we shouldn't be going around talking about that stuff at all. We absolutely should. But I don't think it's fair to immediately assume that like, oh, it's all our fault. And that's, that's the reason. So
I'll also throw this into, and I think this is a personal hot take too. I think people just want to complain, honestly speaking, because at the end of the day, forget about good, bad, all that. It sucks being in a super crowded place. Like being super, super crowded. You get cranky, you get like overwhelmed. I get overstimulated all the time. So it's just like people want to be able to complain and find someone to blame for why this special place that they used to go to that used to have a lot more space is now overly crowded. Like, let's forget about the fights, forget about overly drinking, some of the really violent negative things for a second.
I mean, don't forget those. We as influencers didn't tell y'all to get into fights and drink.
That's a great point. That's a great point.
But to bring it down to like the core level, like being in any overly packed place makes people uncomfortable.
Yeah, especially when you're paying for that.
Yes, and also I think people have an attachment to how something was when they joined versus what it ends up becoming later.
Yeah, no, 100%.
And so there's a level of, and I'm not saying this isn't like connotated in a bad way, but there's a level of inherent selfishness of, well, I want it to be like how it was when I joined. Right. And then when it starts to not get that way, you see this all the time with artists who end up changing their sound or their style down the road. And then people are like, yo, we want the old whatever. It's like, it's not up to you. Like that's not your call to make. But I understand it is something that you enjoyed when you came into the scene, and other people also might be feeling that way too. Yeah. Totally valid, right? But again, people are going to have those different perspectives going in.
And it's always going to change, especially with new generations coming. I mean, like Gen Alpha is like way different than Gen Z. So yeah, I don't know. Things are always going to change.
That's true.
To put it simply, people just don't like change. People are afraid of change, and it makes them uncomfortable, and they try to seek their comfort And that isn't what's happening right now.
Can I also add though, like that's why I think our ethos is so beautiful, and it's not to be like, oh, positive vibes, like I'm all rainbows and sunshine, like no, like I'm not using like me like looking at PLUR as like a beautiful ethos as like, you know, oh, like it's a utopia, like it's a fantasy, like it only lasts in the dance floor. Like no, the ethos goes so deep, and you know when it did start like in 1993, and it still has its hold to this day. Like, you know, like that's why I put PLUR on a jersey for us, because I think it's one of many ways that we could continue, you know, sharing and spreading the PLUR, because it reinforce that here in these spaces, no matter what's going on at home, we come here to celebrate, to dance, to release, to connect, to like come together and just enjoy and celebrate, and we respect the places, we respect ourselves, we bring peace and love, and then with that, like, you know, as you practice that, you bring it into your daily life. But like even like forgetting about that, like when we spread that, and like if we're seeing that, okay, it's maybe the scene isn't the same as when we started, like always follow back to that ethos, because like it's a good baseline. It's a good baseline. Like there's a reason why it stayed to this day.
I also love it every time like I meet someone new and I find out that they're a raver and we're instantly besties. Like
100%.
Because you know.
That was me and my cousin. Like we hadn't seen each other in like 10 years. And then I moved to LA, and the first time we hang out, and she was my only cousin I was close to as a kid. I was like, do you go to raves? She's like, yeah, I go to raves. And you're like,
Yeah. I think, Nand, so when you were saying earlier too, because I do agree with the point with like the more people that come in, the harder it is to control. And like I feel like PLUR, because the R was never there. It was always the peace, love, unity movement. And as more people started to come in, they added that R because these people needed to remember that respect was a part of the movement. And then even now, a couple years ago, we added responsibility, because the scene got even bigger, and we needed to remind people that responsibility is also a part of the ethos. It was always there. It was never not there. But
I think that's kind of the point too. Like the point I was trying to make too. The bigger something gets, the more we have to evolve to be able to encapsulate. Because like when it was a lot smaller, it kind of went unsaid that there's a respect and responsibility, right? But the bigger it got, now we really had to like remind people that respect and responsibility is a part of this culture. Because I mean, it's a lot easier to have that respect when the group is a lot smaller.
Yeah, and I also like when you look back at Breaking Bones, because he's the one who him and his brother are the one that started the movement of the peace, love, unity movement, and they used to talk directly to every single person who used to come to their raves. They created these storm raves in New York City, and it was like inspired by the big festival energy of the UK, inspired by the underground scene of Los Angeles. He learned how to like put a lock on a door and make sure that like, okay, this is how you throw an underground rave to make sure like these spaces are safe and I could throw a rave. And then he would literally talk to every single person. It started from 5 people to 10 people to 20 people to 50 to 5,000 people. Every single person he talked to directly. Here we respect the places. And then as soon as they expanded even further, he had to get on a mic. And then the community added the R. So it's like everyone, I think, has an opportunity to contribute to keeping the positive parts of the scene alive and keeping the festival experience happy for everyone.
And we're not saying that it's dead. It's just hard to find now.
Oh yeah,
and it's not our fault.
You know what I always say? I always reiterate the whole like, because I know people are like, oh, PLUR is dead or PLUR is not here anymore. Like, no, it's just the community is expanding faster than the people who are teaching it can teach.
It's way too fast.
And you're probably in a parking lot.
But it's also awesome. But it's also awesome because artists are getting opportunity, right? Like people are getting jobs, people are able to create, people are able to express themselves. But I think like with that, like just everyone gets to do their part. Like everyone is valuable. Like don't think just because you don't have a platform, like you're not valuable. Like everyone could do their part to like be a part of keeping the PLUR alive.
Yeah.
So to final answer. So we can final answer to this question, so we can move to a proper intro. I personally would say that the scene isn't ruined. There's some blips and things that we got to work through because the community is a lot bigger now.
Yeah.
But I feel like the community's actually gotten way bigger, way better.
It's because of social media.
Yeah,
you see everything in real time. So of course,
and people love to record and pay attention to the negative stuff more than the positive stuff. So it's true.
We'll talk about that.
We'll talk about that. But let's get to a proper intro because
this is probably our longest time that we actually know. There's been times where we completely forgot to do the
Apple
intro.
Pay someone. I just lost a bet.
I was about to say whoever put bets in the comments below.
Yep, there it is.
Wait, really? That's hilarious.
So anyways, I'm going to get us moving on to a proper intro. As we said, welcome back to the I'm Peaking podcast. Who do we have here? Oh, actually, you know what? I guess I'll introduce myself first. I'm Devin. And who do we have here?
I'm Daniel.
Nand.
Mickie.
Brin.
And before we move on any further, want to give a quick shout out to our sponsor, Boom Boom Scented Nasal Sticks. If you haven't already, go ahead and definitely go and check them out. These scented nasal sticks are great to use in the crowd if you have anxiety, if you get nauseous. Really good for like motion sickness or just keeping bad smells out of your nose.
Very good for anyone who gets overstimulated, either by overstimulated by the crowds, overstimulated by smells, overstimulated by like feelings in your body. Because I know some people drink and or maybe take illicit things. Like any kind of overstimulation, these little motherfuckers help.
Also, if you like stimulants, I'm a sim junkie and I love these when I work because I just like. And I swear to God,
non-prescription chemical stimulants.
There's nothing in there.
This is a natural stimulant.
Sorry. But like, what I mean, it gives the same feeling and the same effect. And like, just wakes you the fuck
just
up.
the freshening feeling. You know?
Yeah, if you're ever going into a porta
with
potty,
your nose.
Porta potty, double barrel shotgun that thing.
Also, apparently, Gen Z is obsessed with boom booms right now.
Yeah,
so
are they eating them like the Tide Pods?
So.
Yeah. They're switching out vapes for boom booms. Don't quote me.
That's awesome.
Don't quote me on it, but I saw a TikTok video of a teacher talking about it.
That's awesome.
I forgot what festival it was recently, but I went somewhere where I walked into a porta potty, immediately walked out. I was like, I can't fucking do this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so go and grab some. We do have a code, I'm Peaking, if you want to go and save some money off some. You can also, if you need to grab one really quick, you can go and pick one up at your local CVS or on TikTok Shop. But anyways, going to move us on to our next topic, which is we're coming off of this news that just dropped this last weekend, but someone was unalived at Burning Man this past weekend.
Not confirmed, though. Keep in mind, because
there is a current investigation.
We are not news reporters, so I'm not going to claim it.
There is speculation that this person was unalived.
Allegedly.
Let's be clear. This person was unalived and found in a pool of blood. So investigations have been underway.
Yeah, I believe the person's still unidentified. Is pretty sad.
Usually, if I recall correctly, because I know somebody who's worked in like homicide
Don't
and stuff.
Don't they wait?
They're not allowed to reveal identity until cause of death is confirmed because it'd be extremely inappropriate otherwise.
Yeah, but pretty crazy. I mean, I actually am just finding out that Burning Man is not considered a music festival. It is considered
an arts
festival. So,
and even then, to call it an arts festival is kind of that's like an understatement if you really think about it. It's a giant civilization of people.
It's like a weak civilization that people like trade and like
money's not allowed.
Yeah,
everything's a bartering system. Like this is the most like. Is it dystopian? No, the most like anti like.
I would say dystopian.
I would also say dystopian.
Like a desert dystopia.
Yeah, it's not anti like how our
anti-capitalist.
No. Anti-structure.
The resilience that people have when they go though is crazy because the sandstorms that happen, and they ride through them, and they hold their tents down. They hold their guard. Like they really like stick to that.
Yeah, I mean, I was reading an article about it, and there's just so many people out there that really like stand by Burning Man because it's such a festival for freedom of expression and really just getting to do the things you obviously can't really just do in everyday society. And I definitely think there's a lot to be said about that, but I still think that there's obviously boundaries that need to come with that because you shouldn't be unaliving people at a festival
No
like that,
way, really?
Obviously.
Yeah, and then like seeing the headlines too, like that, it gives a perspective on, you know, like festivals, because I've seen so many TikToks that people were making commenting negative about Burning Man and just like all arts festivals. All
a lot of people, the comments were like, they need to get rid of that festival.
I do want to say this too, is just like, we don't know the details. For all we know, this unalive could have been an accident and they could have dipped, unless I haven't read anything, unless it looks like it was on purpose.
Oh, we don't. I mean,
I have no idea, because I recognize there was a creator who said this. I don't know their name, but they were saying like too much freedom, freedom of expression. Too much freedom can allow for some people to cross the boundaries of what is okay.
You need controlled chaos.
Balance is everything, you know. It's like yin yang.
Yeah.
This kind of goes into our earlier statement too about the whole like when any group gets too big, you can lose control. Like even look at some of our Discord groups. You got to get mods to help control the piece. Anytime anything gets too big, and that's the same mindset with like raves and festivals. Anytime things get too big, you start losing control. And like people can do their best to like provide positivity and teach and flow and grow, but unfortunately, there are some people who come for the wrong reasons, and there are people who make mistakes, and you know, like,
and we can't control that.
You really can't. Yeah. And then I've been told Burning Man is so big that you generally can't see all of it in the 10 days you're there.
Yeah.
And even like, if you have a bike, you still can't see all of it.
And a lot of people have, you know, different experiences. You know, I saw this is so random and not on the topic, but I saw Channing Tatum enter Burning Man.
Yeah, I saw that too.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
that's funny.
They get a private jet.
Yeah. That's also, crazy. Wasn't there a baby that was born?
So someone gave birth. She had no idea.
Yeah. Oh wait, is it the cryptic pregnancy? Oh, is that what we were talking about yesterday?
Yeah.
Can you explain what cryptic pregnancy is for the people that don't know?
I'm going to look it up so I don't botch this.
Oh, so we all don't know.
I know they had a.
I'm just kidding.
They had a origami tent. I'm not going to say what it really was for like purposes of just getting. But they had an origami tent. Oh, sorry.
Origami?
No,
yeah, they're really folding each other over.
We're allowed to say that. One of our first episodes was about an 8-man orgy.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah. So they had an orgy tent, but it got blown over by the dust storm.
So what happened to the origami?
That is like a very normal known thing. Like people, like that's a thing that people look forward to every year.
Okay, so basically someone in Burning Man had a cryptic pregnancy, and it's basically a pregnancy that goes unnoticed until late in the term or often during labor. So you don't look pregnant, you don't get symptoms that you're pregnant, you probably still have your period.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So
I heard some negative comments of like, oh, why'd you have your baby there? Okay, first of all, cryptic. They didn't know it was coming.
Yeah, you don't know.
Some people are like, oh, why didn't you go to the hospital? You're in a fucking desert. How the hell are you supposed to get to one?
Yeah.
I'm
pretty sure they have medical there, right?
How are you even supposed to look for...
They do have some medical. They have a lot of medical. I know they have like helicopters and planes for emergency situations. Unfortunately, like a baby being born is not emergency enough, because like if it's healthy, then they'll just, if you're safe and you're healthy, they're not going to fly you to a hospital to have a baby. It's already been born.
That's crazy that you literally can't like tell at all. Like, because I'm just wondering, like, what if you went to the doctor during like the time, like just to get a checkup, right? During the time that you were pregnant, would they be able to tell?
Yeah, because they'll do an ultrasound.
They'll do an,
but
that's not included in your checkup.
You get a pregnancy test.
You're gonna know because you have cramps.
But then how would she have not known that?
She probably thought it was just like a period.
Yeah, think about it. If you're still getting your period, well, that's
why I'm saying if you go to the doctors during that time, would they be able to tell? You know what I mean?
Well, if you take a pregnancy test at the doctors, my question is, would it come negative or would it be positive? Like when you
I feel like it would be positive.
Here's the thing. I feel like everyone's skipping though. You wouldn't know to get tested for any of those things.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. So I'm wondering if like a doctor would be able to tell just by giving you the normal checkup or whatever, like if you were pregnant. And so my whole point here was going to be, do your doctor checkup, your medical checkups. But I don't know. I honestly don't know if they can tell.
If the normal, it depends on what is a part of a normal doctor appointment checkup. Yeah. But like,
if it's like a physical, they're not going to ask for a pregnancy test.
Also, I know, but like, I'm wondering if maybe within that like realm of information.
Unless you're giving your urine, they'll never know. Period, point blank. Unless you give your urine to them for some reason.
Blood test.
What if they do the stethoscope to your heart, and then they can hear the baby's heartbeat.
That's a whole procedure. Do you know how much going to a doctor's office is?
Yeah, I know.
Can we vote Devin off the island, please?
I'm just kidding.
I think. Yeah.
Here, I feel like we should ask a medical professional. Why don't we cut to a medical professional telling us
if you were a medical professional, please let us know.
Please comment and let us know.
Yeah, we don't know.
Yeah, we also don't have the budget to cut to a medical professional.
I will say, quick story. I had a friend in high school who had a cryptic pregnancy. I don't know if it was like 5 or 6 months. I can't remember anymore. She looked totally fine. We're in high school. She doesn't look pregnant at all whatsoever. She was literally working out one day and felt insane cramps.
Crazy.
And the baby just was like, she gave birth.
A lot of girls would give birth in toilets because they thought they just need to go to the bathroom.
Oh my God.
The scary part is the baby that she had lived for a couple of weeks. But like it was born.
It was too early.
It was a preemie. It didn't make it. Unfortunately, it didn't make it. And she was 15. She didn't know what to do.
Wow.
That is insane.
Holy shit. I think we should.
I'm gonna move us on to our next topic now.
Aren't we gonna cut?
But condolences go to the families.
Yes. We do. We do send our condolences. That is really sad. And please, like, if you're at a festival, like, even if you are on substances, whatever you're doing, like,
if you see something, say something.
Look out for your friends.
Say something. Beware of your surroundings, and try to have some self-control, please. So another topic that we were noticing was the Chyl and Juelz beef. If you guys are familiar, Chyl, who is a producer, Speedhouse producer, and Juelz, who is like a trap producer, we're having some online beef last couple of months.
No,
weeks? No, it was like 2 weeks.
Oh, okay.
But it was like constant.
But it felt long.
It was all over Instagram.
Yeah.
So they just announced that they're doing a show together. So we can now safely assume that this was marketing.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
So I
we should have like led in with like all the beef because it was so funny, like all the speculation.
First there was a situationship.
First there was a rumor that they were in a situationship, and then I remember I saw a video of Chyl like having a torch and burning the hat that Juelz usually wears. Yeah. And then
Juelz
went to China
just to see if anyone knew Chyl, and nobody did.
Yeah.
So good.
Something about branding was copied.
Oh, the merch. How Juelz copied Chyl's merch, but then it also turns out that they literally share the same designer.
Yeah. I think that's how it started, wasn't it?
Something like that.
Yeah. The first one.
And then they were just like calling each other out in their Instagram stories and like insulting each other,
like way too openly too, because like most people in this industry know like, hey, we got PR teams to make sure we take care of this quietly.
Yeah, it's just really interesting that like this is kind of what it's come to for artists or creatives, is like starting fake beef, which is not a new thing. Like people have been doing it for a long time
in other industries and stuff.
Yeah, but it's like, I think it just goes to show that like, whatever happens online, can you ever
take it with
really
a grain of salt.
Trust it?
Yeah.
But also like at the same time, I think it's kind of a comment on like our society as a whole. Like it's crazy that something like that performs so much better, the publicity is so much higher because it's
people tend to
negative.
People tend to pay attention to negativity more.
I had a thought because I do agree with that right now in this era, but I just thought about it. It's like people pay attention to what's out of the norm. So if we were in an era where it was only shitty news all the time, we probably would just glaze over it. And then the one little like daisy flower that we see, we'd pay attention to it like crazy.
That's true.
And then other way around, if we're in an era where everything's like, oh, this person's successful, that person's successful, this music's great, everything's good all the time. When something bad pops up, we want to pay attention to the thing that's different.
Well, I have a comment on that, but
I will give a good example. Is like in Thailand for a period of time.
Okay.
There was literally like this was when my dad was alive, but like 10 years ago. So he was going to Thailand. Dude, it was all out borderline war in Thailand. Like grenades were being thrown. It was dangerous. It was really, really dangerous. So whenever something positive happened on the TV, because they always had Thai news on, that's what I would pay attention to. Because everything else I just glazed over. because it was the constant. It was the constant news.
Yeah, I would say just like from my experience of like when I made a story post that was negative last year, it had like 30K plus views on a story.
Yeah, wait, actually,
on a story.
I have an example of that. When so if you don't know, I was in Vegas a few weekends ago for my friend, one of my best friends from college, his bachelor party, and I got hit by a drunk driver at 3 a.m. Going to pick my friends up from XS, and they completely rammed into the side of my it was my friend's mom's car that I was driving to go pick them up in. Didn't get a license plate, unfortunately. Car's electric. They ran as soon as they hit me. But that story is like the most engagement I have like ever gotten on a story ever, you know? And so, yeah, no, to completely like, you know, prove your point. Like it is, I feel like that's so much, people pay attention so much more when it is something different, bad or
for different. I think it's all for different reasons. Something to note though is like both Chyl and Juelz, they both had already like a persona of like being a troll.
True, that's true.
It works.
And we know. I mean, we know Rachel personally, and I know she's a huge troll.
Oh, huge troll.
Yeah.
Huge troll. Yeah.
But again, I think it's just like people pay attention to the thing that when there's a constant, people pay attention to the anomaly.
Yeah, it's so interesting because respectfully, I did my best to avoid it, but it still kept getting into my face.
It's always in your face.
And then because they even like Brendan, he was like sending it to me, and I was like, I kept ignoring it.
He messaged me too. He was like, "Dude, the beef is crazy." I'm like, I'm pretty sure this is like marketing.
Personally, I had a feeling it was a PR stunt from the beginning.
Yeah.
But I just needed to see how it would play out.
All I know
The
is
moment I saw it on stories and it was happening so quickly, I'm like,
I was
all
like,
right.
there's no way.
Dude, no good PR team is gonna let this slide.
Yeah.
Hopefully that show is really good. Because did it happen already? Or is it,
Daniel
it's
had a
happening,
comment,
right?
Yeah, no. Hopefully the show is good because if it's completely ass, then that publicity stunt was for nothing, and now you have upset.
And now
people.
you lose credibility as well. So I think.
but if it's
a
fucking
gamble.
amazing though,
Props
then
to you
everyone,
guys.
I
Props to
promise
you
you,
guys
It's gonna
if
be
it's
like
good.
best marketing ever.
Dude, I promise you, people will start mimicking that marketing too.
Yeah, but then I'm not
And then
gonna
it'll
say
lose
it.
its
Yeah, it's not gonna.
We should start-
Everyone will be doing
Should we
it.
start our own? Should we all just
we should
start beef right now.
After this, yeah. If you watch this episode,
Bryn,
you know.
your hat. Ugh.
You're done. You're done.
I pulled up to your city and no one knew who you were.
What city?
Los Angeles.
Los Angeles.
I'm not from Los Angeles.
Fuck.
Didn't you literally say that you were
I'm born and
you
raised.
said
but,
you're Angelino?
Yeah, but there's Los
Wouldn't
Angeles
that mean
is
you're
huge.
from Los Angeles?
But it's huge.
Yeah,
Okay,
he went around in all of Los Angeles, huge Los Angeles,
Yeah.
and no one knew your name. Huge.
Sorry.
No one needs to know my name. I'm secret.
Isn't your name? No, I'm just kidding.
Your mom.
Anyways, let us know what you think about the beef. We'd love to know, and we're gonna go ahead and
the
cut
pork.
this segment.
or the chicken,
Yeah.
or the fish.
I hear
Fish.
beef
Tell us
and I
about
think
the
of
fish.
food. Have you guys ever bought festival tickets online?
We talking like resale, or are we talking like straight from websites?
Like resale?
Oh,
yeah,
Rave exchange.
Yeah,
Rave
100%.
exchange.
All the
Yeah.
time.
I'm always scared because like I got scammed before and I don't want it to
Are you
happen.
talking about Zomboy?
I'm talking about Zomboy.
She's talking about Zomboy.
Yeah, never again. That's not. Yeah, no.
Yeah,
I'm
no,
gonna
it's-
try. I'm gonna try my best to buy tickets on time
Yeah, before they're sold out.
before they're sold out. Otherwise,
Yeah.
you get scammed out of $450 trying to go to North Coast in 2022.
So like, how do you tell? How do you tell who's credible and like who's real?
Fuck, I don't know. He seemed like a really cool guy. He even gave me his ID. Turns out it was a fake ID.
It's tough, man. Damn,
Well-
that's crazy. They did the most.
Yeah, I know. And then scammed me out of $450. I still
So-
went to North Coast, by the way.
Were you-
Screw you, dude?
So you were out
Oh,
there
I have a
right
worse-
beforehand.
Huh?
So you were there, and then you were like, "All right, this isn't working," and you had to buy another
It was
ticket.
probably like it was probably about a month beforehand, and I'm like stressing because again North Coast was sold out. I'm out of $450. Like it was just a bad time overall.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna be completely honest with you. I've always kind of avoided buying resale tickets ever since that Zomboy experience and Devin's Coachella experience, which we can talk about another time.
Yeah, we'll talk
But,
about
like,
it another time.
I've kind of avoided doing any online resale stuff from like Facebook groups and whatnot. But I have to admit, this last weekend I got really, really FOMO for Wasteland, and then I went on Rave Exchange and I saw that the admin had like put this post out about how to do secure like it's like safe ticket purchasing and secure buying and all this stuff. And there's this like new app called Go Confirm. I signed up super quick, super easy. I did have to scan like my my driver's license and my face, which I guess makes it so that it's
That's
like
epic.
Yeah, like it's verified. Everything has to be verified. I haven't like, you know, figured like so what I did was I made an account. I put in that I wanted to go to Wasteland, and then it gave me this code. So then using that code, I went and posted on Rave Exchange looking for a ticket, and I had one person reach out. They didn't reach out to me on the app, unfortunately, but they did reach out to me on Facebook, and they tried to keep it in the Facebook like messaging. And I'm like, all right, this is probably not safe then, because if you're trying to avoid this
Using the app
that is clearly like I even put it in the message. This is like for verification so that I feel safe, so that you feel safe and everything. They didn't want to go there. So I'm like, all right, you're probably a scam. So like that kind of gave me peace of mind. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm probably going to use this for like festivals moving forward, because you know the Subtronic shows in December completely sold out.
Sold out so fast.
Exactly, completely sold out. I still want to go. So I'm probably going to like have to do resale, and you know, see this Go Confirm thing looks
do they have
promising.
Do they have purchase protection?
Yeah, they have purchase protection
nice.
too. Well,
Nice.
based on the like the minimal, I ain't gonna lie to you.
Probably up to a certain amount, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I did some research. I ain't gonna lie to you. I haven't done a full amount of research yet, but like it seems promising so far. So for those of you who need to like buy resale tickets, take a look at Go Confirm.
Yeah, well, that sounds safe. The fact that you have to verify your face, your ID, and then if someone says no, like I don't want to do all that, then okay, immediately, like you said, like okay, I don't trust them. Period.
It's like TSA pre-check, but for festival tickets. It's like, oh, you don't want to verify? Okay, go wait in that line for 2 hours, or get scammed. I don't know. Never mind.
What if they get verified, but then they still scam you though? I'm assuming that's why they have like the purchase protection and fraud support and stuff on there. Okay, so at least you can rest assured knowing that you have those things, even if someone does go through that system. Because I'm gonna just say this, and I won't go into the story. I will go into it another time. But when I got scammed for Coachella, this was someone I had met. I literally met them in person at a festival.
I think you've told this story before, but it was a long time ago.
Probably. Yeah. And so, I mean, it's a whole, I'm not going to go down the rabbit hole right now. There's a lot to it, but
if my understanding of their purchase protection part is accurate, it's kind of like those insurance things where it's like, okay, cool, where we got to go to this app, we got to do all the things in this app, but I know like, you know, you can need a wristband, you could go pick up the wristband and think it's all legit, and it ends up not working. You could let Go Confirm no, and they will send you money or like return your whatever. Correct me if I'm wrong. Somebody do research. Do more research. I did some. I'm in the beginning stages of learning how this works, because as I mentioned, I didn't actually go to Wasteland. I did. Unfortunately, my FOMO was FOMOing. Actually, you know what? At the same time, also got ROMO because I heard about all the fights.
Okay,
so I'm actually pretty glad I didn't go.
We'll get into that also. But yeah, I think this is really good. I think I think this is really great for the community, and I honestly think that this should have been something that was around sooner, or I wish was around sooner, back when I was buying festival tickets in my earlier days, like in college and stuff, because you just don't know. Like you and like nowadays scammers are going to like further and further lengths to scam you. So
to be fair though, I feel like it's the ticket resale community has just gotten so big.
It has to do with the scene getting bigger as well. Yeah. Like with anything, you're gonna have a higher probability or higher chance of that thing existing. Just like with phone pickpocketing and stuff like that. Like the bigger the crowds, the higher chance there's probably gonna be people trying to steal your phone. Unfortunately,
that's true. If you think about it, pickpocket teams, the pickpocketers who work in teams, they're not gonna go to like a small event where they could easily be seen. Yeah, they're gonna go to a big ass event where they can like blend into the crowd.
Yep.
Yeah, but it seems like Go Confirm controls the ticket resale aspect of like protecting, ravers from getting scammed.
I don't know if controls the right word, but it can bring peace of mind so that like, all right, this person's probably legit, and even if this ticket ends up not being legit, I have some protection to get my money back.
Yeah, I think that's what it's really mainly good for. So I mean, it sounds great. I guess definitely go and check them out.
I think y'all should try
Go Confirm. Yeah. Oh yeah. I'll download it right now.
Where was this in 2022? Or during Zomboy? or during Coachella.
You know what's funny? Zomboy was actually in 2022. You like landed that right on the year.
Oh, okay,
Was
cool.
Coachella 2022, Devin?
It was 2023.
Nah, that's fine.
No, it was
four. It was 4.
Yeah, it was 2024.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It was like what, $8,000?
Huh? No, it was like 4K, 3 or 4K.
That's so
That's
crazy.
still-
Yeah, I literally had to find his mom on Facebook. He was only 18. Yeah. So apparently he's a what is it? Pathological liar. So sociopath.
Did you
already.
ever get the money back?
Nope.
That ever keep you up at night knowing that you got scammed by an 18-year-old kid?
Yeah, and he led me on too. I was like, because for a while he was like, "I'll give you back the money. I'll give you back the money," and then it turned into, "Yeah, I don't have any money right now, but I'm gonna work for it." And then it turned into, "I got baptized, and like I'm gonna, really do good on my promise and like make it back to you guys, and like I'm really turning a new leaf." And then he just went ghost.
Oh, that solves everything, guys.
Yeah.
I got baptized. Your money's not here, but I got baptized.
I mean, it's too little money to go to civil court for.
Yeah.
It's bullshit. I am gonna pay back all my friends though that got scammed from the same guy at some point. So, anyways, moving on. Someone want to start our next topic?
Yeah.
please?
Speaking of bullshit, how about those fights at Wasteland?
Yeah.
And there's the Romo. So if you don't know what Romo is, Mickie, if you want to tell it, because you told me what this is, and I think that's really cool.
So everybody knows what FOMO is, the fear of missing out. But lately on TikTok, people have been having a ROMO, which is the relief of missing out, meaning they're okay with missing the festival. They're fine with it. And yeah, I've heard a lot of ROMO when it came to Hard Summer and Wasteland.
Hard Summer was okay.
I like how you say that reluctantly.
I had a friend though
Because I
who
started remembering why I didn't like it. It was a great time. Make no mistake. It was so much fun. Other than the part that wasn't fun.
Hard Summer is always one of those festivals where it's just like it's so, I think it's so easy to see like the negatives, but you go and you strangely still have a good time.
In a way, yeah.
But all
the
the
music
negatives.
is awesome.
I feel
and the
like
people are awesome.
I feel like you would have to control like your own time there, but
For sure.
yeah, but like once it got like towards the night, you can tell that it got more crowded because during that time people were sneaking in.
Yeah,
and a
I saw
lot
the
of
videos.
people
I
were
saw the
sneaking
videos
in.
of people
So
literally
many
jumping
people.
the fence.
Are we talking
bro.
about hard?
Hard
Yeah.
Summer this year.
Hard.
People were like
this year.
jumping
So many
fences.
people.
Fun fact. We had a conversation with one of the security guards. Super nice guy. Super sweet guy. He had a fuck ton of zip ties with him and he was prepared. He's like, we already have security in all the corners that we know people are going to sneak in.
This is on day 2.
Because
After it had happened already.
yeah, and he was saying like, dude, no, we're prepared. They had not undos, but like undos outside the festival, kind of keep an eye on to see where the crowds were. Because anytime some people are going to sneak in,
Did you say undos?
yeah, undercover.
Undercover.
That's cool.
You've never heard undo before?
No.
He's definitely said it a few
Scoot in.
times. You
I've
scoot
heard-
in.
said undo before.
I've heard narcs
haven't.
and not undos
Yeah,
before.
yeah.
Wow, cool.
I
Well,
learned something today.
There was like
So
undos
hip.
outside the festival, kind of keeping an eye on
So
where there
hot.
might be large crowds of people kind of getting ready to sneak in. Because generally speaking, for festivals like Hard Summer, because it's so inland, like in a city like that,
And it's in a residential area, yeah.
it's usually not going to be 1 or 2 people quietly sneaking in. It's usually people
It's
trying to
like a
bum rush in
rampage,
some way.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's
And
gnarly.
the way the security was telling me, he was already prepared. I don't want to fight people, but if someone puts their hands on me, I have the right to punch them
Speaking.
and zip tie them.
Well, wait, before
zip tie them?
Yeah, before
Yeah.
bef- before we get to the fights and stuff, because I feel like that's a whole other topic. I think this just goes to show too that like they're because we kind of mentioned in the earlier segment about overcrowding, at the festivals, and I think that this is really the main contributing factor to why people are experiencing ROMO at a lot of these festivals. So for some context, at Hard Summer, we went to go see I Hate Models.
Worst decision ever.
Okay, he doesn't like.
No. I'm not talking about the artist.
Oh, okay, yeah. As
Just
far
the
as the
crowd?
crowd, yes. Because I was gonna say, great artist. Love his sets. Like, I really like him as an artist. Worst crowd, and we were in VIP, and we were still
I heard people
sardined.
snuck into VIP.
Yeah,
that's
and
sad.
I wouldn't doubt that. And I had to go to the bathroom Also, bad decision. I don't know why there was not a bathroom in the VIP.
I noticed that
area
It's
at
the stage.
green stage.
I talked to some
But-
people about it. It's just they neglected that stage.
They 100% did, because the previous year they at least had a pathway to the other VIP
Yeah, I
stage
remember
where there
this
were
year?
bathrooms, and they did not have
they
that
did
this
it
year.
at the green stage.
Which I don't know why.
I have a theory. I have a theory on why they removed that path. It's because they didn't have enough security manning and watching. That path alone would be so dangerous. Like, dude, easily people could be like sneaking in and out. Easily people could like.
Could they?
Yes.
It's kind of in the middle of the venue, though.
No, I
and
would
also,
say that.
why wouldn't they just add some more, like add a person to like patrol the area?
You would think that, but then they had gates in front of the lake, and people still like took out the gates, and
we don't know the infrastructure or logistics
Yeah,
of
that's
how
true.
all that
That's true, we
works.
don't,
But like,
but-
just in my brain, like that pathway last year, that's a lot of space.
it was convenient though.
It was great.
It was convenient
It was awesome.
for the people who actually had VIP and they were using it, and it was great. Don't get me wrong.
Honestly, it made Hard Summer like significantly better.
so
in
much
my
better last
opinion.
year. But think about it. It was like that's a lot. That was a pretty long walk.
Yeah, it was a long walk.
Now
but-
imagining getting a whole bunch of security just for that, just in case. And who knows? Maybe something happened last year, and that's why they had to get rid of it. We don't know.
I don't know. Yeah, I mean, if something did happen, we don't know about it.
Yeah.
But anyways, going back to the point though, so I tried to go to the bathroom, the regular bathroom, or sorry, GA plus bathroom at the I Hate model stage, which is the green stage, and it was on the other side, and it took me about 10 minutes to just get there by foot. I got there, and the lines outside were like all the way to like the middle area of the stage, or the middle right side of the stage, and it was not moving at all.
It's because the closest
So I literally-
bathroom was like other side of the
I
venue. It was
literally
really shitty.
I waited there for probably like 5 to 8 minutes. I had to pee, and I'm just like, dude, I'm not. I was gonna leave anyway, so I'm like, I'm not doing this. Took me another 10 minutes just to get back to the group, because I had to like squeeze, and it's just me. So if any of you guys know, like if it's just you moving through a crowd, it's a lot easier than obviously when you have people. But even just for me alone, it took me like another 10 minutes to get back. Ridiculous.
And
So
a lot of that can be blamed on the fact that, like, again, there was a lot of people that were sneaking into
absolutely,
the venue.
yeah.
You could say that like I want to say 5-10% of the overall people that were at that stage snuck in. No
Yeah.
wristbands, no nothing.
Yeah, I would also say that just on that problem, so like to kind of push it even further down like this
Rabbit
issue.
hole.
Yeah, I would say that like the overcrowding also can be attributed to venue location as well. So if you have a venue that's in a city like
That's
Hard Summer,
overpopulated.
yeah, or the NOS Center in San Bernardino, you're going to attract more people who it's easier for them to show up to the venue and try to sneak in somehow, versus if you have a venue out in, say, the middle of the forest, like E Forest, or something like Beyond
Burning Man.
PNW, or Burning Man,
Or
like
the afters.
same,
like,
but different.
No one's
Yeah.
taken into the afters in LA. Like I kind of this past couple of months, I've switched to just pulling up to the afters. Like in downtown LA, there's so many of them that are so freaking dope, and like the energy there, and like you have space to dance. No one is fighting. No one is just like trying to like take your phone. Like everyone is just like there for the music, because like these afters, like sometimes there's not even anything before. There's just an afters on a random Wednesday.
Yeah.
And like that's just a new experience that is available for people who do want to still like listen to music and dance.
Have you been to Blind Tiger?
No, I don't do Blind Tiger. I do a Code Red's fun. I do a framed events sometimes.
I feel like afters and some of the festivals that we just mentioned, it's just like the people who are with it, and
Yeah.
then the events like Hard Summer, to give an example, is just it is considered a super massive,
Well, it's also like an introductory rave for a lot of people. So.
True. Yeah, there's hip hop artists in there as well, so
It
that
is,
attracts
it is.
also like
Yeah.
a little bit of a different crowd. You can even just look around Hard Summer if you're there, and you can definitely tell it's a little different as far as like the people and stuff versus like something like Beyond or even EDC. Right.
Hot take, slightly left turn, and just quick comment. I feel like Green Stage gets neglected like every year.
And my opinion, Green Stage has the best artists play
Period.
on that stage.
Yeah, I'm gonna be real. Like, they should not be putting I Hate Models at the green stage. I Hate Models deserves to be main stage. They put Sarah Landry at main stage, which was good. That's a win
because they learned from Beyond Wonderland.
Yeah, but then for I Hate Models at Beyond Wonderland, it was the same issue, and there was overcrowding there. So I don't know. Anyways, but so I think the overcrowding, definitely a reason why a lot of people are getting ROMO. Another reason that people are getting ROMO is these damn fights that keep happening at all these festivals, and I can name like 5 off the top of my head.
Yeah.
Hard Summer being one of them. Guy punches his girlfriend. What the hell?
What?
Yeah.
I remember seeing that one.
Insane.
Another
you were
one.
there? You saw it?
No. But the
There was a
security
video.
and that security that we talked to was the guy who stopped that fight, and he explained it to us.
Yeah. Another one that I remember seeing was a fight between a security guard and a festival goer.
Where,
Like they were throwing hands.
At Wasteland,
At
right?
Wasteland.
at Wasteland.
They were throwing hands. Another one was
Rufus du Sol.
that one.
If you guys saw the news there, some girl got beat unconscious by another dude for spilling a drink.
It was
on
accident
him.
too.
Yeah, by accident. Yeah, not on purpose.
Good news is justice has already been served.
Oh yeah,
He
the
has
guy
been-
got. Yeah,
He's not going to prison, but he got that ankle monitor thing, and he's like fucked.
Yeah.
Don't bring
Yeah.
that energy to the dance
Another
floor.
one-
They're so sacred.
Yeah. Another one that recently happened was at the Sphere. A girl was punching someone.
Don't know the context of it. There is
Yeah.
a video on, like surfacing or like making its rounds online. You just see this woman trying to punch someone who's behind her and another person in between trying to stop it from happening.
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, yeah, I definitely agree with the sentiment of like, leave that shit at home. Leave that, like, that shouldn't be stuff that's coming into the community. But obviously, I think I want to take it a step further and just be like, yo, like if you know that you're a belligerent drunk, or you have a friend that you know is a belligerent drunk, like, dude, like, try to do your best to at least like, keep them on a tight leash, or keep them like from doing that.
Responsibility.
Yeah, like be responsible, like, for yourself, and like,
And respect.
I understand that like life is freaking hard, and what's happening in the world makes you freaking angry, and I get it. And I think like that's why these spacers are so sacred, is because it's an opportunity
100%.
to just forget it
It's like
all.
a safe space.
Forget it all. And like, why would you bring it? If you bring it with you, like, are you really forgetting it, or is it following you? You know what I mean?
Well,
I do also have another comment that it's
Go
a hot
ahead.
take, but
Go ahead. Yeah.
all 3 of the festivals that we just mentioned happen to be city-like areas. Like Wasteland was at the NOS, correct? Hard Summer was here in LA
Hollywood Bowl,
within the city.
yeah.
The Sphere is in Vegas. Like, I have a theory. This is my theory. Daniel and I have talked about this many times. I don't know if you guys said this earlier. I heard some of the festival names in it, but the ease of access to some of these festivals brings in a local crowd who may or may not know anything about PLUR, may or may not know. They're just like, fuck it, it's Friday, there's a festival in my neighborhood, I'm just gonna go.
That's what I was saying with the cities.
There's like,
versus-
it's so inland, it's so like look, and then I can confirm this because I saw this the other day. San Bernardino has now been ranked worst city and dirtiest city in America 2 years in a row. Correct me if I'm wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong. And this is the NOS.
What an accomplishment.
So it's like we all know about the pickpocketers and the people sneaking in and the shitty people. It's no surprise to me that fights are breaking out in these places. Oh, I forgot about another one. Sorry, the Queen Mary
Yeah.
with a lot of the
there are
fights
a lot
that
of
are
fights that
happening
break
over
out
there.
Oh, because
too.
day trip.
Exactly.
Day trip, yep.
Now
Day trip
think
fights.
about some of these other like camping festivals that are really hard to get to. It's not bringing those people who are not about it. Like, you got to be about it to go. It's a trek.
Yeah.
I don't think it's bringing like close to as many. That's not to say that it doesn't happen.
Yeah,
ever. It does
absolutely.
happen still, but it's a lot less.
I'll take it slightly a step further, and I know something dangerous did just happen at Burning Man. Make no mistake.
I mean, we
but
just went over it.
You're probably not going to Burning Man unless you really fucking want to. And generally speaking, those people aren't going to go there to get into a fight. They're going there because they want to have a great time, and they know about the culture. You got to be prepared to go to something like that.
Yeah, which is why I think that like my kind of, I guess, take on this. Well, I mean, everything that's been said is valid, but my take on this more is that like you got to be able to have self-control and have the awareness to know that if whatever you're going through in life, if it is pushing you to the point where when you are doing substances or getting fucked up and you are acting a certain way and pushing, interactions with people to that point, then maybe you should reassess if, doing that, participating in the substances or drinking or whatever is the best idea for you, or maybe you should reassess if you should even be going to and putting other people in a situation like that. And so that's why I think that, even if it's beyond like the person's control, if you're not able to control yourself, you should have friends around you who are able to like help you like get into a state where, you can have a little more control, or you can, they help calm you down or whatever, I think there are ways to like go about this, that isn't just in the conventional way, right?
Yeah.
So
I mean, like, I have a hot take that is kind of, I guess, like, my experience, like, is like an example of this hot take. But like, using like the rave scene as a way to kind of reconnect with yourself is like so powerful and so possible. And like, that is just like allowing that to happen. And that's like fully just like being aware of just like the naked, like your toxic traits, like how you act when you are in heightened with substances or on alcohol. Because like when I was on alcohol, I was so freaking reckless, making so many bad decisions, and it led me like such down a dark path. And when I fully allowed myself to reconnect with the music or with myself through the music, through the community, through meeting people, I healed myself. Like I pulled myself out of debt. I actually started to accomplish my goals, and I started to actually feel a little bit fulfilled and happy and find my purpose through raving, through the rave scene. And it's just like, I feel like understanding that that's possible. And the reason why I say hot take is because I do understand like going to party and have fun and being silly, but like I'm still doing that. I'm just doing it in like in a more, I guess, like an intentional way. And like that's also a way like to look at it. And I think like sharing that, can maybe like help those who like struggle, I guess.
Yeah, and to your point too, regarding like all of the incidents that have happened and all the fights, I want to give the benefit of the doubt to the community and say that like the people that have been causing those or all of those incidents are not people in our community, because our community knows better.
Yeah.
And I'll give it another break too. I feel like there are some people who fresh out of high school, 18, 19, maybe even 21 years old, they don't know.
Yeah.
They like what you just said right now.
There, yeah.
You didn't know to be aware like that until you became aware of it.
Yeah. I had a friend in college who was like the best person, like greatest person, most friendliest, like bubbly person.
Oh, I think you
normally
told me the story.
And when he got drunk, oh man, like he got really aggressive and would get angry really fast. You'd almost think he's a completely different person. So I know it happens, like we all come from different backgrounds, different upbringings. And, but I think this is part of the journey, to understanding yourself and understanding how you impact others, Yeah.
And to loop it back to our question of the day, what we also can do as people, as public, people in this community, is we can also teach that to those newcomers that are entering the scene that have no idea what this community is about.
Yeah.
I mean, like that is like part of our mission here. I'm Peaking, like, we do like bridge like the gap from like artist to raver, but we also like share the rave experience for new
ravers
people.
First.
Yeah, well, we are ravers. Like we're forever ravers. And just because like we do have a platform.
Contrary to popular belief, we are actually ravers.
We are ravers at heart.
People in the comments who say we've been raving for like, less than a year.
Contrary belief, I started raving before I started content.
You started in 2014. What you know about Hot Summer 2014?
Start raving before
we just come from different backgrounds, where it's like not everyone is gonna come from like the core, the root, the OG, but that's why like we're here, like we're all learning every day is an opportunity to learn, and our mission here is contributing to just helping give information out to the best of our ability.
100%.
Also, I'm not a news reporter.
Yeah.
Huh?
I'm not a news reporter, but I'm doing my best.
He actually is doing news reporter bits now, so.
There are some people who are just like, that's not accurate. Like, I know, I'm not a journalist. I didn't learn how to do this. I'm still learning now.
I like the Devin one you made.
Oh, that was really fun.
Oh, with the
fluffy thing.
That was really fun.
Good job.
Whoever was inside was not allowed to speak.
Oh.
They signed an NDA.
Yeah.
Did you guys hear about the kid who actually snuck into Arreygue Music Festival to sell candy?
No.
To sell candy?
He was selling candy. He had like a basket full of candy, like sour punch, and like just selling in the crowd. But my question is, how did he get in?
How did he get in?
Wait.
Yeah.
By the way you were saying it sounds like the kid was. How old was this kid?
He looked like he was 9 years old.
Did he have a permit? Did he have a permit? Can someone fact check that real quick?
Maybe he dug a hole in the venue and then waited until they set up the venue.
Cool. Where's his permit at? If he doesn't have one, I want to see his parents. And if they don't have a permit, boom, get out.
My question is, where were his parents?
True that.
Probably dancing to house music without a permit.
His parents were the security.
Did people buy his candy?
Nepo
People
Rave.
did. I was reading the comments. People were saying that they bought his candy. Yes.
Good on him. Good on him. He can
It is.
probably use that money.
True. I was worried because like, where are his parents? And then two, why are his parents
Not there.
not there and having him make, never mind.
I want to know if it was just him that decided, hey, I'm gonna go to Arreygue Music Festival and sell candy.
He's a hustler. He's an entrepreneur.
I have a more important question. What kind of candy was he selling?
Okay, hold on. Let me watch the video.
Well, that also says
Sour
a lot
Patch
about
Kids?
And
his
was he
childhood.
selling it at retail price or was he selling it upcharged?
Skittles?
I see M&Ms.
Allowed.
Okay.
I see. I can't really see it.
Where's his food handler's card? Does he know that people are allergic to some things?
Was he selling watermelon Sour Patch
I think
Kids?
I see the bag with watermelon.
Was he
Sour Punch.
disclosing that
Let's
any of this was
go.
not gluten free?
He's okay in my book.
Or vegan?
I sent the video in the group chat. You can see it.
Because that in itself, if I'm not trying to be an asshole.
Dude, this kid's a little hustler.
Oh, how
He's
cute!
a hustler.
Yeah.
That's really
He's
cute.
a cutie, and I feel like we don't know what's happening at home, and he's just probably doing what he can to like help out. Like
No, that's really really sweet.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I definitely think there's a bag of Sour Patch Kids there.
Yeah, you see it. You see it. Yeah.
Smart kid.
Wait, so is Arreygue also an all ages thing?
I actually don't know.
I'm gonna look it up too.
have you guys like ever sold things in high school, like growing up? Yeah, right. So it's like y'all get it,
the hustle.
the hustle.
You know what my little brother's doing? So you know how Roblox is like a huge thing for Gen Alpha? He has friends that are asking him to build their forts, and he's like, yeah, I could do it, but you have to pay me in Robux.
Period.
And I'm like, that's my boy.
Little business.
Arreygue Music Festival is not an all ages event. So the question is, how'd he get there, or who brought him there,
And where are his parents?
and where's his permit?
How to get in?
I'm just kidding. Hey, I respect the hustle, but also who brought you?
Yeah,
who brought you? 'Cause that is also a safety
I get
hazard.
it, but it is kind of like I was concerned for his safety.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well,
Hopefully he got home safe.
And hopefully he brings a permit next time.
and hopefully he made that bag.
Only made a bag for real. All of it.
Hey, you guys ever go to a music festival and the only thing that you guys really want to like eat is like a one of those Jolly Ranchers?
Yes,
exactly.
or like a lollipop.
There's supply and demand, and he is supplying the demand. Exactly.
He knows the market. He studied the market.
Hey, good job, kid. Good job.
Round of applause for the
Very
kid.
proud of you.
Yes. Thank you.
Sweating.
What have you guys been up to? I feel like I haven't seen you guys in a while. Nand and I have been.
This is my
traveling.
first episode in like what, 2 months?
Yeah, where have you been?
You've been gone.
Just dealing with family things. I've also been traveling more. So I'm going to New York this weekend.
Wow, she's in her travel era.
Brooklyn Mirage. Just kidding. Just kidding.
Yeah, I broke my sobriety. Boo. No, I broke my sobriety. The week before I went to Vegas, I went to San Antonio.
You make it
And I
sound so much
drank.
worse than it actually is.
Why are you so sad about it?
No,
Yeah.
it's not that I'm sad about it. I just, I wanted to maybe talk just a little bit about like the whole experience, how it was, and what I learned. And I'll keep it short, but yeah, I mean, I think if anything, being sober for 6 months taught me that, you know, you can have self-control. I also learned, or not learned, but like I was also reminded as to, you know, why, one of the reasons why I went sober in the first place, which is that hangover the next day or recovery the next day is never worth it, especially the older you get. So, and that's a hangover on anything, by the way, not even just drinking. So yeah, I think if anything, it's just taught me that, you know, it's a lot. I feel like it's a lot easier for me now to just be like, you know, I'm not gonna partake in that, even though I have the option to. Like, I'm not going to, because, you know, I don't want to make it harder for me tomorrow, and it also, you know, affects my productiveness later. So, or sorry, my productivity later. So. Yeah, I think if anything, like, it's just taught me more about self-control and discipline.
What's yours, Mickie? Because I know you've been sober for a hot minute. So
yeah,
it's like,
I cold cut. Well, okay, for substances, I quit that in like 2019. But then alcohol, I still drank. I quit in January, so it's been like cold turkey since then.
Nice.
What do you do to like still like keep up, have the energy at festivals?
I take so much breaks. I sit down a lot. Like, if I want to, I just like sit down in the back or like near the stage and just like listen to music. That's how I last longer.
What
Also
about
food. I eat at festivals.
Oh yeah, 100%. I
Yeah.
just made a video on this actually. Like, I feel like half the time I'm eating in the crowd.
Yeah, I'm always eating at festivals. You're always catching me eat. Yeah.
Do you drink caffeine?
No.
Wow, that's impressive.
Not at festivals, because I know that I'm going to crash real fast.
Yeah.
Oh, you crash on
that's
caffeine.
True.
Yeah. But like, especially if you're constantly doing like cardio and shit. Yeah, I can't. So.
But you eat, hydrate, take breaks.
Yeah.
Sounds pretty solid.
Yeah. I imagine also get plenty of sleep the nights before.
Yeah. Good job on you guys. That's it's a good journey to be on.
Yeah, I feel like for me, it's helped me just like with self-control, because I randomly just decided to just go sober in February. And when I was leaving a Starbase, I was like, I had to like stop in my car. I was like, why do I feel drunk right now? And I did have espresso, and I was headbanging like crazy, and I was also really high just like from being there and really being grateful for the experience. What?
Real quick, you had what?
Espresso.
Oh,
I just saw a video on this.
What?
It's espresso.
It's espresso. We don't have espresso here. I'm just kidding.
Espresso.
No, I saw a video by Huncho. If any of you guys know who Huncho is on TikTok, he's fucking hilarious. He made a whole fucking skit about this. Anyways,
Tupperware.
Well, anyways, I was feeling really high in the car, and I had to like stop. I couldn't even exit the parking lot because I was like so confused, and I was like, okay, I need to like breathe. And I was like, what did I have? I was like, and then I had nothing besides just like dancing for so long, and like dubstep, I guess, just like really feeds my soul. And I was like, you know what? Okay, I could do this.
You were like high on life, high on adrenaline.
I was so high. And then I just like started like practicing that and like leaning into it every time I went to a show. And I kind of just like, I had fun just like experiencing how high I could get without anything. And then I was
started like kind of like a challenge.
Yes. Yeah. And then when I had like wine the other day, because I don't consider myself like, oh, I'm sober. No, like I just like go sober to festivals because I go to so many of them, or not anymore, but I go to a lot of afters. And I had some wine, and I was able to stop after like 2 glasses, and I've never been able to do that. And I think just like allowing myself to learn that I don't need to like get completely blacked out to have a good time was something that I needed for myself. And there is a lot of power to that.
Mm-hmm. I mean, like, yeah, it was kind of hard at first because sometimes I felt like I can't socialize without anything in my system. It just turns out I can't socialize at all. But yeah.
Self-awareness. Everyone, round of applause for Mickie.
Good job, Mickie.
Being sober actually has helped me socialize more, because I think it's allowed me to reconnect with myself and be more confident, because I used to cringe at how I would look back at my conversations with people, just like on a drink, not even like intoxicated. It's just like I was like, that's not me. Like, that's so not me. And I feel like I feel the most centered when I am just fully me. But that's just my experience.
Well, congrats on that.
Yeah,
I
good
think,
job.
Yeah. Everyone, round of applause for Brinda.
Ah, thanks. I'm back on my nicotine though, so you win some, you lose some.
Hey, everyone has their vices. Everyone has their
My
vices.
vice is still caffeine. I still need caffeine.
Regarding the sobriety, how has it helped with your guys' work-life balance?
I feel like I'm more focused and I get things done faster.
Yeah, I did feel like my priorities were in like a better spot. But as far as the balance aspect of it goes, I would say that it just made me feel like I was more I was just more focused on like hitting my goals and getting me closer to that.
Also, I spend less money on alcohol, so
That does
Save more money.
That helps.
yeah.
Anyone that buys like substances or whatever, you don't realize how much money you actually
It
save until you
accumulates
stop
to a
doing
lot.
it.
Yeah.
I'll just tell you that.
Yeah, for me, when it comes to like work, I have like two interesting like things that I've learned. The first one was, of course, the recovery. Like it used to take me a couple of days to bounce back, especially after friendship. Like it took me a whole week to bounce back, and I was like so disappointed in myself because I had all this momentum built up, and I was like, damn, like there goes the momentum. And I had to like rebuild that, and then I learned that like okay, like maybe like not like drinking this heavy will help me, and it did. But then secondly, something that I'm newly learning is because I have ADHD, like I'm on Adderall when I do work, and I don't take Adderall when I'm at festivals. So technically I'm like flipped, right? I'm like on, I guess, like substances when I'm working, but not when I'm like raving. So like that's a really interesting like road that I'm learning of just like I guess like trying to just understand it's like why is it that I feel like I need it to work. Obviously I have ADHD, but like still it's just like I feel like there's something that I can do there. If I did it with raving, maybe like I could do it with work. So it's helping me. It's like it's just opening my mind a little bit.
Yeah. That's an interesting topic, I think, as well. I've seen some friends go through some pretty drastic changes, not like taking Adderall and then taking Adderall now religiously, where it's really just one friend in particular, and he might be watching this right now, so I'm not going to go into it, but yeah, I think it is. I think it goes to show that like you don't. I think if you truly, unless you've had it like, since birth and you've been, accustomed to taking it all the time, like I do think there's a level of like, okay, well, hey, is this something that I need? I think that's a valid question to ask yourself.
Yeah, but like also having ADHD, like it's not easy, especially for like, if you want to like do like so many things, and like your brain is just completely scattered, and it's thinking of like a bajillion different. I could go. I don't need to go into like the details of that, but like I feel like like there is just be like practicing sobriety at something where it was easier to do. Because like, I have fun raving versus like working like.
Well, sobriety, I think, is like a mental battle, you know, and I think it's, I think to a certain level, obviously there are extreme cases, there are always going to be extreme cases, but, I think the going sober journey really goes a long way in showing yourself that you can indeed have the self-control to just say, I don't need this thing to rely on it.
Also, from my personal experience, being sober at festivals reminds me of why I started raving in the first place, is because I truly love the music and the community. Obviously, like back then, I've had my fair share of being like, oh, I want to go here because I want to take this and I don't want to be sober and blah, blah, blah. But then I just needed that to reminder for myself.
Yeah.
What's
everyone else been up to, though? What have you two been up to? How's the traveling? How's the festival
going? You guys are doing like your freaking world tours.
How's your world tour?
Nand, you want to bring us through the "I'm Down If You're Down" tour? For anyone that doesn't know what the "I'm Down If You're Down" tour is, what is it?
I'm tired.
If you guys don't know what the "I'm Down If You're Down" tour is, it's basically just an excuse for Nand and I to go to all of these festivals. We put out a flyer with all of these tour dates, and all these tour dates are just the ones that we are currently attending to go to. I think at this point we are on our 14th festival this year.
Period.
Yeah, generational run. But
Wow.
tired.
Wow. And you still have more because it's only September just started.
Yeah, it is. But I guess that's also piggybacking off of the 3 in September back to back. We got Nocturnal, Lost Lands, and Same but Different.
What have you guys learned from like traveling to these festivals and like seeing different festival cultures?
How do you like not get burnt out?
Has your perception
real? So what do you learn? Yeah.
You know what?
Why?
I kind of agree because I actually had a great time at Project Glow when I was there in the East Coast.
Where is that in DC?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Is it like the vibe of the
vibe?
Or like what is it?
Culture, vibe.
A man of few words. No.
I'm genuinely interested.
No, I think there's just it really does chalk down to just like the vibe, and the culture over there is a lot different because they're a little late, I think, over there as far as like everything is still kind of catching up over there. So I feel like they're in the earlier stages where it's
That's
more
not true.
No,
It's not true at all.
But the electronic music scene, Chicago, Detroit, New York, those are the roots.
They don't have a hub. They don't have a NOS.
That's that part right there. If you think
East Coast, all these festivals are spread across the entire East Coast versus
but aren't there's still venues like for example
they're not
the
NOS.
Orlando Amphitheater,
yes,
right?
It's
Like
not
that's
NOS.
it's not NOS, but it's a hub. That's where they throw a lot of the events.
You're talking about
Forbidden
like
Kingdom,
now like
EDC
commercial
Orlando.
venues. You're speaking commercial where it's like out there it's not commercial but it still exists and
there's venues all across, but they're all smaller, and because of that, if you have all like 10, 15 different festivals across the East Coast, all these people will go to the one that's local to them.
I mean, the hub wasn't the hub Brooklyn Mirage, kind of.
It's really small. It's a venue. It's the size of maybe like Staples Center. It's not big.
Yeah, I can't think of any other music festival or any music festival venue that has multiples of a different festival. Like you know how NOS has Beyond, Countdown, right? Mm-hmm. If you go to Sherwood Forest, the only festival that is happening, to my knowledge, is Electric Forest.
Oh well, yeah. I mean,
you know.
But then also you look at Bonnaroo. Only thing at that venue
is Bonnaroo.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
To my knowledge.
Have you guys gone to Chicago?
Yeah, I love Chicago.
Yeah, I like raving in Chicago.
Oh,
Don't they have multiple?
That's North Coast.
That's
North Coast and
What about-
Lollapalooza.
Yeah, Lollapalooza.
Wow.
Right? Is it the same venue?
No.
Yeah,
Separate places in the city.
Arc too. Yeah.
How is the house music there? I heard house music sounds better in Chicago.
I have no idea.
You're asking the wrong people.
I have no idea.
That's where it was birthed.
Hey, Fisher was pretty good at North Coast 2022 for like 10 minutes
Wow,
while we
you
were
watched
walking away
Fisher.
from it. It was, yeah. Well, okay.
What'd
look,
you say when you have for how long when you were walking away from it?
Oh yeah. So no, I walked down the stairs from the stadium. Fisher is playing at, I think it's not the Vega, but something else. Mm-hmm. And then he's playing, and I'm like, oh, this is pretty good. And I'm walking to the Vega stage. So for about 10 minutes, I got some pretty good house music.
Oh, so okay. Have you ever experienced
Elements.
that feeling before? Walking past a house stage?
Walking past any house stage and just being like, I do the same thing with the Wasteland stage at EDC Las Vegas because it's on the way to either Circuit Grounds or
Anyways.
But yeah, other than the generational run of festivals, that's pretty much it in terms of what's new. I've done some more music for the Not Dead Yet project, and that's taking off, so it's pretty cool. Yeah, work-life balance kind of fucking sucks right now, but the quote I always like to use is, you can't complain about your plate being too full if the goal was to eat. Yeah.
Heard that.
Yeah.
Stay hungry.
Yeah.
Stay hungry. Nom nom nom.
Yum, 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 yum.
Well, I mean, I think you should definitely show us this song. If you want to show us in the bonus.
Yeah, you have to tune into the
which,
bonus to hear
by
it.
the way, we have a Patreon if you didn't already know. So yeah, if you didn't already know, we're at the end of the episode. We're gonna have to conclude it here, but we have a Patreon that we're gonna go over and record a bonus episode for right after this. Over on the Patreon, we listen to unreleased music. We listen to other tunes. We also have exclusive playlists there. We have early access to our main episodes. So if you haven't already, definitely go and check that out. It is the best way to support us. And as I'm saying this, I'll have all of our patrons' names on screen here. We love and appreciate you guys, and you can be one of those people.
Met that guy right there.
But
this guy's cool.
Even if you don't support the Patreon,
we still love you.
Mickie's finally here so she can say it. For the last 2 episodes, it's just been me saying it, and then no one says anything. And I'm like, we still love you. Yeah, Mickie's not here, so it's just not the same
back,
when you
bitches.
say it. I'm back, bitches. So anyways, thank you so much for being here. We will see you over in the bonus episode, and if you may.
Smash that notification bell, like, comment, subscribe, and let us know who you'd like to see on the podcast next. And we'll see you in 2 weeks.
One more thing, we have new merch that just went live.
Oh, yes.
We're wearing it right now, but link to purchase will be in the description.
Yeah, go check them out. Brin 8 on these designs.
Thank you.
You want to stand up and turn around for me?
Oh, yeah.
If you want a way to spread to PLUR and you don't like talking to people, boom, just wear it. Just wear it, and then
He's having a really hard time, too.
Me too.
Very nice.
I don't know if you can
very
see
nice.
Really nice.
Very nice.
There you go.
Oh, very nice. I like your shirt
Shopify.
too. Yeah, very nice. I like your shirt too.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Anyways, we'll see you guys soon.
Bye.
Doodles.